It's fondle the boobs time again. Now, I'm going to... a lot of people have moaned about the fact that this is turning into normal Minecraft and less FTB, and if that's you, I don't care. I'm trying to do some nice things and build some stuff. That's what Minecraft is about. But today we are going to go back to core crazy machines that do silly stuff and are overly complicated and don't gain me much. So here is my rubber tree farm. I have 102 stacks of rubber tree logs. Now, when I built this farm a long time ago, I said I was going to make methane out of it and put it in a gas turbine, and various people have made gas turbines since, but I'm actually going to pull my finger out of my backside and do it. So what we've got here is an industrial centrifuge that is spinning away. Now it does 16 rubber wood every time, spooky noise, this thing goes through. It takes 3 minutes. It was 250 seconds to be exact. That's 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Anyway, either way, it takes 250 seconds per 16. So over here I have a timer which is well, it was set on 1,000. I've turned it down a bit, but we'll turn it back up. And it takes a bloody long time to set that to 1,000 seconds. So yeah, every 1,000 seconds that will ping one out a stack and shove them in there. It's turned off at the moment because I'm waiting for that to get down to 0. When it does, it will send out some... Actually, let's get the numbers up. Industrial centrifuge. Here we go. It will send out a methane cell, 4 carbon cells, which are currently pretty useless to me, 6 plant balls, which are even more useless, and some sticky resin. Now, it's probably not the most efficient way of doing this, but sod it. It takes 5 empty cells for some reason. So they all come out here. We've got a diamond pipe, sticky resin and methane are coming up here. Everything else is going in here. At this point, we've got the sticky resin and the carbon cells, but we'll get onto that in a second. Come out here, go in here, get extracted, turn into rubber, come through here, back into here. I'm going to sneeze. Hang on a second. Why can I not sneeze once? I just sneezed like 3 times. Anyway. The methane cells, on the other hand, will come up here, up this pipe, up this pipe, up this pipe, and will pop into... liquid transposer. Liquid transposer will take the methane out of the can and plop it into here. The thing is powered by that. Blah blah blah. You know what that does. The empty cans will come out here, back down here, which will follow this pipe down here. Blah 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 into this chest here. And then every minute this will pop a can out. Oh look, this party. Oh, let's go up. Let's go up. Up here. Let's watch the can come up. Where is it? Where's the can? Where's the can? Here he comes. Whee! Plop. Can comes into there. Blah 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 blah. Splosh 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 splosh. Into there, which is then immediately sucked up through that pipe, which comes up here, into these two gas turbines. These two gas turbines are powering power into this, which is currently full. Now, I would quite like to take power out of that and put it in these as well, but working with these glass fibre cables is a little scary, to be honest with you. Because they're so small, it's very easy to accidentally link them to something else, something high power. And when you do that, this whole fucking thing will blow and I'll be very upset. So you've got to be very careful when you're playing with it. But I might stick it into this LV as well. But the output of this is quite low. 16 EU a tick. But methane is pretty damn good at 45,000 EU. It's good shit. What are you doing? So yes, and I shall be building a mass fab, whatever it's called, and sticking it in there. So I'm going to be losing quite a lot of power, I think, from that. Do I want to put it there is the next question. Do I in fact want to put it here? If I put it there, I can bring this pipe down into it and have these three, and those two into it. I don't know. I'm just worried about connecting something up wrong and blowing the whole freaking thing up. Power is a very scary thing now. Very scary. Anyway, that's that. But, as I say, we've got these buggers, which I can get raw carbon fibre out of them, which is quite useful. But I will lose these 9 cans every time I do. So that's 36 cans every time we get a methane can. And this stuff's quite good, but it's not super necessary. So what I'm going to do is put another extractor and just waste it. It's not ideal, but I think I'd rather do that than have some carbon that I don't really need. I mean, I could. That would be the logical choice, but then hydrogen. I've got some hydrogen cells actually. What do I? No, not use. I want. Where do I get them from? Water gives me hydrogen. Electrolyzed water. Bauxite. See, that's where I was getting the hydrogen from before. I do have quite a lot of bauxite. And I do have a little chemistry set, but it is up here. There. Chemical reactor. So maybe I could take that out of there and put that downstairs. That might be a better idea, actually. See, this guy's industrial electrolyzer. Easy. This guy's high voltage. And automatically pulling the stuff out of that is going to be a pain in the bum. Because I want this thing to be pretty much self-sufficient. Where am I going? So if I bring down there, but it will give me a lot of... whoa! Stuck. Come on. It will give me a lot of hydrogen, which is quite good. I do have... hydrogen, some methane, sorry. Woo! I do have some hydrogen cells already. So this is water. Did I say I could electrolyse that as well? Electrolyzed water. Glycerol. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Busy. Not only do I need to actually do the chemical reactions, I also need to get the cans back. Or else it's pointless doing it. This is the problem. Thank you. Look at the amount of rubber I've got. I'll go to my rubber shop. And this is the problem. This is the problem. It's getting the cans back, keeping the system nice and thing. What's the word I'm looking for? Self-contained. Okay, you and you. Well, that's not quick either, is it? $175. Nitrogen carbon, nitrocarbon, calcium, oh, calcium carbonate, calcium carbonate. What do I want that for? Yum, 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 yum. I can put the power in that from the top, but I'd take something out the side. These are going to have to come out the side, aren't they? What goes in the top, what comes out the bottom? That's the question. That probably goes in the bottom, that probably goes in the top. So I need to... fuck a duck. That's what I'd need to do. I'd need to fuck a duck. I'm not sure I want to do that. Let's pop you over to there and take that out. Okay, so we've got a side and a bottom. Tee-hee. I'm going to need to go and do some research on this one, make sure these are going in and out the side I want them to. But then, of course, to keep feeding it bauxite. I do have quite a lot of bauxite there. They're all nearly done. Okay, we ought to have a canning machine. I needed that for something. Bauxite. Let's go check my bauxite. The other thing I did was I swapped this staircase round, which is something that's been bugging me pretty much ever since I built it. Yeah, you see, we're not short on bauxite, to be honest with you. Come on, nearly there, nearly there. Quite slow, quite slow. That's 3 minutes. Boink. There we go. Lovely. Put that in there because I love the colour of methane. Look at it, it just looks so good. When this tank is full, it's going to be awesome. Okay, so can we empty cans back into the system? Oh, that works so well. Works so well. Right, I'm going to go and work out what goes in what hole. And as Arnie once said, I'll be back. That's nearly full as well. See, once that gets up to 10,000, then that's full, which means the tank will start filling up. But spooky nice again. Right, see you in a bit. Okay, now that took so long, you wouldn't believe. And it's got really ass. It's kind of a machine now that Willy Wonka would look at and say, "What the hell is that about?" Hang on a second, just got to move my mic. That was probably really loud. I apologise. Wee. So, let's go through this now. Before I start, a lot of people are probably saying, "Well, why are you using rubber wood trees? It's not very efficient. You only get one out of that." I'm pretty sure when I decided that I was going to make this rubber wood tree and do this, you got 4 methane out of it. It's subsequently been nerfed. I don't know when it was nerfed, but I'm pretty sure that it had 4 before I started doing this, which is why I picked them. But there you go. Anyway, we'll go through this, see if you can keep track. It's quite complicated. So, I know I've gone through this before, but we're going through this fully now. That timer picks a stack of those every 1,000 seconds. They drop into there. And then that does its thing, and it will spit out... crap. You... Right, and it will spit out 8 sticky resin, 6 plant balls, 4 carbon cells, and a methane. Good. So all of those will come along this pipe here and hit this diamond pipe, which is actually a 6-way, believe it or not. Carbon cells and hydrogen cells go to black and green respectively, which is these two. Now, it took a very long time to work out that one goes in the top and one goes in the bottom, because it's not written down anywhere as far as I can find, and that made things quite complicated, which is why we've got a little bit of a curious power thing there. But anyway, they go in that. Obviously the carbon cells come from this guy. Wee, look. Bang! Right on time. How gorgeous was that? Superb. So anyway, the carbon cells obviously come from that. The hydrogen cells come from upstairs, which we will discuss in a minute. Anyway, so the rubber balls, well, not the rubber balls, the sticky resin comes up the white, as does the helium. Helium? Methane. What am I talking about? Whee! This here splits it off. Methane goes up. Sticky goes that way. Sticky goes to this extractor. Makes rubber balls. Methane goes up to the liquid transposer, which pumps the methane into the tank. Empty cans come out, come down this, round here, into that chest. Like that. Super smashing great. The empty chest here has a timer on it, set at a minute, I think. Hello? Anybody in? Is that just being laggy, or is it just being stupid? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's about a minute. And that fires that and that. which both kick out, they're transposers, they both kick out a can every minute. I did have one pipe coming out and splitting, but it was chucking them all back to that guy. It wasn't chucking any up there until that was full, which was a pain in the ass. But anyway, the empty cans here go up through the floor, blah 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 blah, into this guy, electrolyzer, who's also getting crap from up there every so often. Now he is putting out 8 aluminium dust, 2 tiny piles of titanium dust, 5 hydrogen and 3 compressed air. The dusts are coming out here, well everything's coming out here. The dusts are separating off here and coming into this box. So there we've got aluminium dust, tiny part of titanium dust, blah de blah de blah. That just filters into that system. That's all part of that. The rest of the things, you see here, dust, go back down. Can't go that way. They come down the pipe behind the tank, like that. And they come down to this diamond pipe here, which splits off the compressed air cans. Oh god, that is slow. I'm going to have to put some gold pipes onto that, I think. It doesn't really matter that much, but that is slow. Compressed air goes into here where the air is taken out, so it's just empty cans because they are pretty much worthless in my needs. And then the empty cans will come back out along this pipe, blah de blah, join back with this pipe that comes out of there and go into that chest. Pretty damned fucking awesome, I think. So the only thing that's left is these plant balls, and I've got bugger all use for these. Now, I could take them out, put them somewhere. I could turn them into biofuel, but I need to compress them, which turns them into compressed plants, because I think there's fuck all else we can do with them. And compressed plants we can combine with an empty cell and make biocells. And another extractor to make biofuel cells, which are only 6k, so they are pretty much useless, to be honest with you. But everything else is whoopee woo. I am super happy with that. Comes empty can. So yeah, super smashing great, lovely, and look at that shit. That is awesome. Now part of the reason I like that is because the logo of my company is that colour. With pink, you're gay. No. It is a really good colour and it goes very well with white and black. And it is thumb in your face. Have a bit of that. And that's got 70,000 in it. Hooray! The main reason for that is because I unplugged these. These are on 10,000. How's this going? So he's lost nearly 1 million while I've been doing that. You can see how that's going. So you can see it's been a while. Let us plug you back into the system. I mean, that's not changing. Look at him go! Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Charge that while we're here. Oops. A little premature. Sorted. Lovely. That's never going to go down below 10. Well, it is, but it'll need all this shit going off. Oh yeah, out the back of this. This is what we ended up with. Let's fill that. Fill that as well. So we've got pipe out the bottom, which is putting in the cans, and that's taking shit out, and that's dropping a bauxite in, keeping it nice and full. So there you go. I'm happy with that. It's completely freaking mental. I haven't done the energy calculations because it's doing quite a lot. I mean, it's sorting out the bauxite, so it's giving me the aluminium, it's giving me loads of power, it's giving me a shit ton of rubber that I can sell. Not that anybody's probably going to buy it. I can pull those out because they are from while we were setting it up. You're empty. Let's pop you in. Whoop. While we're at it, so I think generally it's probably pretty good. If you want to do the maths, be my guest. But that gives us quite a lot of... I can't remember if is that chemical reactor. So it's 4 hydrogen, 1 methane. That's the only trouble, is I can see hydrogen getting a little bit stuck. Shit. Let's pull some of those out so we've got space for these guys. But yeah, there you go. That's a bit of that. Now, on to something else. Now, Goooo was moaning at me the other day because I stole some of his silverwood trees. There was a couple there, just in this corner here. Press the right button, that might help. Sure, yeah. That's one of the ones I stole. I think there was another one over here somewhere. Anyway. Oh, there. Okay, so those are the 2 I nicked. Now, a lot of people have been giving Pyro shit because he stole another 2 of Good's trees. Now, that's the village where he nicked it from. The thing is, how are we to know? He said, oh, well, there's a massive hole. You see the massive hole? Can you see the massive hole? Can you see it? Can you see it? It's only when you get right over here you start to see it. And this is only because I've let the bloody thing load for ages. If you come in from... What the fuck? You come in from any other angle, you can't see the massive bloody hole. And just because there's a massive bloody hole there doesn't mean this is somebody's base. It means this is some area where somebody's wrecking it, destroying the landscape just to get ores out of it. You know, if you want shit kept because it's your area, put up a fucking... You know, it's a village. All these guys are going to get killed by zombies unless you put a bloody fence around it and light it up. If they had a fence around it, you'd say, well, this is somebody's village. I'm not going to touch it. But no, it's just an unwanted village in the middle of a fucking vast plain of nothingness with a fucking great hole in it. So, stop shouting at Pyro. It's not his fault. And go and shout at Goooo for not fucking sticking a sign down. I gave him a couple of things back. Saplings. I'm sure Pyro will as well. But, you know, if you're going to make a base here, make a fucking base here, not a hole. And also, if you're that bloody worried about silverwood trees, just run about 300 yards this way, because there's a shit ton of them. I say shit ton. 3. But, you know, that's not the point, is it? Where is it? It's over here somewhere. There you go. Not a long way away. Three trees. Right, now, I was keeping this thing, not a secret, but I was going to wait until we'd finished for the grand reveal. Ooh, look at this is fun. But now Pyro's broken it for a lot of people. It's just whale Pyro Day. But the tower is coming along. It is not finished by any stretch of the imagination. It is, in fact, just pretty much at a point where two-thirds of the supporting structure has been made. There you go. So we're not really... These things are just not... Fuck off you. Not doing any crossbreeding on these trees whatsoever. And this saddens me. Hey. So, anyway, yes. The tower build is coming along. Of course, if you don't want to look at it, you might as well stop this video now. But for the rest of you, see the crazy patterns on the map. Just let it load up. Isn't that funky? So this big, again I'm trying to point with my finger, the big swirl, the outer one, there's going to be 3 of those, and we've only built 1 so far. That's this guy here. Let's turn the fucking hollow mode off. And obviously the sand is just constructional. I was hoping to have a better colour gradient, to be honest. The CF blocks painted are a lot lighter than I thought they were going to be. It's a bit pain in the ass. I'm tempted to go through and actually take them out, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's blue to cyan to green. It would be really nice if you could dye the wall blocks like you can with the armour. Loads of different variations. That would be utmost awesome. The fuck, man? Uh-oh. Creeper on the block. Okay, there's a few blocks here. Be very careful with the old block light. Yes, 4, 5. Very difficult to get them all lit. The what do you call it? The micro blocks stuff are transparent to light, which is quite nice because that means I can put a lot of torches inside and still have, you know, look, a block light 9, 8, 9, 8, 9 without actually having external lights, which is good. Not possible everywhere, but it's good. Obviously I've put some lights on this as well. But yes, this is going to be the level of the start of the actual tower building. This is all just fancy shit. But yeah, not surprisingly, they take a few hours each. And then I've got to obviously I've got to harvest a lot of leaves as well for that. I'm quite happy with that leaf to green transition. That's quite good. I've got a sneeze coming again. Squeeze my nose. Squeeze my nose. That's kind of made it pass, sort of. So yes, we'll start building the tower on top of that once we've got another 2 of these big mofos done. It's not easy, and I will be doing a full tutorial video on how I'm making this, but obviously that will come out once the job is done, so don't expect that tomorrow. It will be a while yet. Cool, I'll leave you for now. I'm going to go and do some other shit. There will be a vanilla video coming soon. I'll put a lot of block laying on that as well, so it's been very dull and there's nothing to really talk about on that. However, doing that, it's like making a model. When I was young and I was making models, my dad always used to say that, you know, building it was half the fun. And I just wanted to, you know, with a radio control car or something, you know, I wanted to get the thing out in the dirt and driving around. So I used to rush through building. But obviously as you get older, you realise that, like a lot of things, my dad used to say to me that it is actually true that the building of it is part of the fun. However, it's not always the case when you're building large things in Minecraft, because that is just repetitive dropping blocks, and especially with something like this tower, because you have to swap between dropping blocks and looking at your reference stuff, whatever that might be. So there's a lot of tabbing out, and it's quite irritating. But there you go. The point of that, which I've kind of lost my train of thought, but the point of that story was that in vanilla I'm doing just a lot of block laying, and it kind of saps your desire to go and do it. It becomes a bit of a chore. So I've not really been doing much. I mean, I've done a lot, but recently I haven't been in there very much. So there will be one coming, because I'm nearly done my donation tower, and it needs to be populated, and it's one of these things that's nagging at me that I need to get done, so I can thank everyone. But it's coming, I promise. It's a lot of work and it's boring. That's the TLDR for anybody else. And for that, I will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye bye.